Hello, everyone, and welcome back to part three of the Welcome to Computer Science. This is our third and final segment of our short series that introduces computer science and specifically computer science, the class Computer Science 302 that is offered here at the University of Wisconsin-Madison. To wrap things up, we have my other fellow student, Mike Molzon, to take it away and give us a little bit about the fun that can be had in Computer Science 302. So, Mike, go for it.
All right, thanks, Max. As Max said, I am Michael Molzon, and I'm here to talk to you guys about how much fun Computer Science 302 is. In this class, we were able to make a lot of fun games, and a lot of just the whole general atmosphere of CS302 is fun. So, one of the things that we were able to create was a program called Fox and Geese. This was our third program in the class. And what we had to do was code. We were learning about instantiable classes, so we were able to code um, different AIs, different ways to interact with different objects in the game. So for this first one, for the Fox and Geese, the whole point was it's kind of like a modified checkers. It can be called Fox and Hound. You're the fox, so you're up here, and you're trying to get to the other side without having the geese trap you. So you have to go through, and every time you move, the geese moves too. So we were able to go through a lot of different options on what we had to do, different ideas that we had. Um, so just this whole program, I thought was pretty fun working on the challenges that it brought. So this was again yet another like one of the first fun games that we had to do. Um, This isn't all about CS302 though. We were also able to do multiple different programs. So another one was the our first program that we ever did, and that was making a quiz. So what we did was a simple math quiz that was both educational and at the same time brought us a whole different challenge, a whole new way of thinking. This was our first program. So it really got us to think logically, but at the same time, you get to have fun doing it. And you won't have to just make a math quiz. You can make a bunch of quizzes like planets or presidents or countries or states or anything like that. So the window is really wide open for you to do anything. But for this specific program, we're able to allow the user to set different number of questions, set the maximum number, minimum number, and actually be able to pick what they wanted to do: multiply, divide, subtract, add. So that was basically our first quiz to get us into the thinking logically. Um, it also gives us a challenge. CS302 gives us a huge challenge to work at. And I don't know about any of you guys, but I actually love working on challenges. So, like Sudoku and that kind of stuff. If you can sit down, think of it like as that's your opponent, like in sports, you're always racing against your opponent or fighting against the other team or whatnot. This is kind of the same way. You have a problem, you have yourself, you want to fight against it. So I always enjoyed that kind of stuff, and I'm guessing a lot of other people do too. Uh, Another thing that we were able to do in CS302 was called the Enigma machine, which that we had to create the Enigma from World War II. So while doing this, we actually got to learn a little bit about the history of World War II. Once again, I like history, I like World War II, so I found this program very enjoyable. What we had to do was, as you could see, if you don't know how the Enigma machine works, it has rotors and the rotors move, and I would highly suggest you look it up to see how it works. Um, so you type in um, something to say, and then that will get converted or encrypted. That only if you have the unencryptor that you can look at it. So while doing this program, they brought up yet again a lot more challenges. We got to learn more about how they used the Enigma back in World War II. Just all in general, it was a lot of fun working on this program. You got to learn about history, you got to think differently, you had to learn new skills to be able to do this program. Um, so as you can see that it says pick the rotor. So we'll do the identity rotor, number one. So then we get to pick what we want to say. Hi, everybody. So then that goes through, and so an A or an H gets converted to something else, which gets converted to a C, so which as you can see here as a C, and then it goes on, and so forth. So I thought this program was really fun working on, and the implications of it is pretty sweet too. Now, another reason why you should just learn Java in general is because if you ever have an Android phone, the entire Android-based operating system and programs and apps and everything is based off of Java. So if you want to make something, let's say be it a game or something educational, you can just go on here. If you know what you're doing, you can just code up something, and instead of just waiting for someone else to do it, you can just go and do it yourself. So you're able to make games for yourself without having to pay anyone or without having to worry about anything that's like happening or anything. So as you can clearly see, Java and Computer Science 302 is a lot of fun. Opportunities are endless. So it's a great class. Thanks, Max. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Mike. I'm glad you all got to hear about all the fun that you will have in this class, and I hope that makes you more interested in taking Computer Science 302. But that's going to wrap it up for this segment, and that's going to wrap it up for our entire series. Glad you all could enjoy these videos. Hope you had much fun watching them as we had making them. Really hope that these videos influence you into taking computer science. I hope you learned a thing or two about what you're going to do in the class, and maybe you get the option to take the class in the future. I hope you jump on the opportunity. So once again, thank you for joining us, and we hope we change your thinking about computer science.